If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. This Monday night, witness the end of an era. John Cena takes center stage for his final appearance ever on Monday Night Raw. One last match, one unforgettable farewell. Come celebrate the legacy of a true WWE legend. Monday Night Raw, November 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, only on Netflix. Be there for the moment everyone will be talking about.
The Rita Cosby Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And let's go to the great Congresswoman from Texas, my friend Beth Van Duyne. Congresswoman, your reaction to this moment?
After 43 days, I think of the longest and the dumbest government shutdown in history. I think, look, House Republicans are finally putting a nail in the coffin of the Washington Democrat shutdown, and we are finally reopening the government. I think, people have suffered because of this insane political tantrum. I mean, that's what this is. This is a tantrum. You think about the harm. 42 million people lost SNAP benefits. 13,000 air traffic controllers went without pay. 1.3 million active duty military were under the threat to not be paid. And hundreds of thousands of federal workers went without pay. And why? I mean, for what? I mean, the extremist Washington Democrats, they got nothing out of this. I mean, none of their initial demands. They wanted $1.5 trillion of additional spending for illegal immigrant health care, for extending the emergency COVID-era spending for Obamacare, DEI programs in foreign countries. None of that was part of this continuing resolution to reopen the government. And so, but I think what you did see is that there was a massive civil war, right, between the old guard and the angry, violent Marxist wing of the Democrat Party that seems to now dominate their party.
Yeah, and by the way, you probably saw this. AOC and other members of the so-called squad are calling for Chuck Schumer's head tonight.
Yeah, no, I did see that. On November 4th, it was what? We've never been more united. And now, now it's we must purge the infidels. I mean, they're owned. The Democrat Party is owned by the far left Marxists, the Islamists, and it's really a movement that wants to utterly tear the Constitution and the American culture to pieces. And I think that's where you're seeing this open civil war between those Democrats who finally recognized that the shutdown was nothing but absurd political theater, and it was just to protect Chuck Schumer and their far left base. And I am thankful for, those few Democrats on the Senate side that said enough is enough. We have heard from the people that we are hurting, and we're not going to continue it. But this was like Seinfeld. This was a shutdown for nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, bravo. I call them profiles in courage that at least there were 8 Senate Democrats. There were the 6 members there in the House. Were you surprised, Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne, that 6 Democrats ultimately did at least vote for it?
Honestly, I was expecting it to be more.
By the way, I thought there might be. I was looking at that too. I thought there might be more because it doesn't take common sense to say you're hurting the American public.
And this is for nothing. If you legitimately want to have a conversation about health care, let's do it. Let's face it. Every Democrat in Congress voted for this to be the date that these expired. So it's not like they didn't know that this was coming. If you want to have a conversation, let's do it. But do not hold the rest of the country hostage while you wait for your demands to be met without a conversation. And I think, adding this horrible idea that government's adding into healthcare.
And Congresswoman, sorry to interrupt you. We just got an alert. Stay with us.
Breaking news.
President Trump has now just officially signed it. And here it is. Here he is signing it. Now the government has reopened. Here's the president.
Thank you very much. I don't know if you have questions. I think we really have a really great situation. We have a country that we love, and we have a country that's in great shape. As you know, we have over $18 trillion invested in our country by other people and countries. That's a record. There's never been a country that had so much, and that money's going into also building new auto plants, new AI plants, new everything. We've never had a time like this. Thank you very much, everybody.
Wow, what an incredible moment. You just heard it there, Congresswoman. We're together here on the Rita Cosby Show live. President Trump has now just officially signed the legislation, and the government has now officially reopened. What a great moment, huh?
I think it's fantastic. I mean, again, it's 43 days too late. It should never have happened, but at least, and I appreciate him getting it signed into law tonight, like not letting like a moment rest, right? Because Biden, if Biden was in office, he would already have been in bed. So at least we've got a president who did everything that he could to try to prevent the harm and the public from even recognizing the fact that we were in a shortage, that we were in a shutdown. But, when you start thinking about anybody traveling, especially right before the holidays, I'm so happy that this is over. It should never have happened.
Yeah, how much do you think that also pressured so many of the Democrats to do what they should have done to begin with and vote to keep it open? But how much do you think they were hearing from their constituents when there was such a massive loss at the airline industry? So many tens of millions of travelers. Yesterday, it was 5.2 million travelers were affected with all these delays and cancellations. And as we're heading into the holiday season, how much do you think that upped the ante? And we have just about a minute left here, Congresswoman.
Oh, I guarantee you it absolutely upped the ante. And I keep telling people, when they're asking, what can we do? Call these Democrat senators and tell them to get on the program, get back to work, do what they know needs to be done, and stop this political theater. And I think this shows what constituents can actually do. You do have an effect on the government, and God bless you for getting it done. But yeah, when they hear from people, this is actually effective. This is not a game. You are hurting innocent lives. All of our military, all of our law enforcement, our air traffic controllers, you are hurting their lives unnecessarily because you want to pound your chest. Knock it off, grow up, and let's get back to work.
Absolutely. And thank goodness that is now going to happen, thanks to President Trump signing it literally moments ago. Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining us on such a huge news night. Always great to talk with you. Thank you.
Love you, honey. You have a great night, and thank you.
You too. Love you very much, my friend.
The Rita Cosby Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
It's easy to get stuck reaching for the same familiar fruits and vegetables, even when you know a colorful variety is key. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements don't replace fruits and vegetables, but it makes it easy to add more variety to what you already eat. With 31 ingredients that are whole fruits and vegetables, switching it up is easy because we've already taken care of the hard part. Go to balanceofnature.com and get a free fiber and spice supplement, plus 35% off your first set as a new preferred customer by using discount code POD.